Dear students, a warm welcome to the physics class. Today we will start a new chapter, motion in a plane. First topic, position and displacement vector. To represent the position of a moving object in a plane, we consider a point as origin, and with respect to that point, with respect to origin, we describe the position of moving object. Okay, suppose OP vector represent the position of any moving object P at any instant t, and OQ vector represent the position of object P, particle P, at any instant t2. Then PQ vector represent the displacement vector. And its value, it is equal to R2 minus R1. That means displacement vector is equal to the difference of final position vector and initial position vector. Okay, so next, vectors and notation system. Any vector can be represented by an arrow. Okay, any vector quantity can be represented by an arrow, where the length of the arrow represent its magnitude and the head of the arrow represents its direction. Okay, we know that in a vector it have magnitude and direction. Okay, magnitude as well as direction. So any vector can be represented by an arrow in which its length represents magnitude of vector and the head of the arrow represent the direction of the vector quantity. Okay, now here are some vectors, equal vectors. When vectors have equal in length, when vectors are equal in length and same direction. Okay, when vectors are equal in length, here are two vectors A and B. They have equal length and same direction. So vector A and vector B are called equal vectors. Okay. Now next, opposite vectors. When two vectors are equal in length but opposite in direction. Here, vector A and vector B are equal in length but opposite in direction. Vector A is directed right side and vector B is directed left side. Okay, just opposite to each other. Then these are called opposite vectors. Vector A and vector B are called opposite vectors. Now next, unit vectors. Unit vectors have unit magnitude. Unit vectors have unit magnitude. They represent direction only. They are used to represent only directions. Okay. Now, here are unit vectors I cap, j cap, k cap. This is cap. Okay. We represent unit vectors as cap. I cap, j cap, k cap. And this is called mod. Mod means modulus. Okay, modulus means their magnitude. The modulus of I cap, mod of j cap, mod of k cap is equal to 1. That means magnitude. Mod means magnitude. Magnitude of I cap, magnitude of j cap, magnitude of k cap is 1. So that's why I cap, j cap, k cap are called unit vectors. Okay, now we know that any vector A can be represented by mod A into A cap. We can write any vector A as equal to mod of A cap. Any vector, we know that in a vector it have magnitude and direction. Mod A represent magnitude of vector A and A cap represent direction. So any vector have magnitude and direction. So we can write any vector A as mod A cap. Then A cap will be vector A upon mod A. Okay. A cap, that means unit vector A is equal to vector A upon modulus A. Okay. Now next, orthogonal unit vectors. I cap, j cap, k cap unit vectors are always along to the x direction, y direction and z direction respectively. We can write I cap, j cap, k cap unit vectors in x direction, y direction, z direction respectively. So if we talk about any vector A, we can write any vector A equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap, where ax I cap is the component of A in x direction, ay j cap represent the component of vector A in y direction, and az k cap represent the component of A in z direction. Okay, so we can write any vector is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Okay, now next, zero vector or null vector. Any vector which have zero magnitude and arbitrary direction. Okay, any vector which have zero magnitude is called zero vector or null vector. It is represented by zero vector. So if we add zero vector to any vector, we get the same vector. If we multiply zero vector by any number, by any real number, then we get zero vector. And if we multiply 0 to any vector A, then we get zero vector. These are the three characteristics of zero vector or null vector. So this is the introduction of motion in a plane. Okay, so we will discuss the other topics in next video. Okay, thank you.